Welcome back, everybody. Today we're here to talk about The Walking Dead in a bit of an update news discussion video. There's a bunch of little topics I wanted to discuss, and I thought I'd put them all together in this video. Rick Grimes stuff, some interviews, especially that Rick Grimes movie stuff with the CRM, because there's some stuff I wanted to talk about that as well as an interview with Lenny James, who was discussing Rick Grimes. We're going to get into all of it in this video today. General spoiler warning in case you aren't caught up with The Walking Dead. And then also, if you are a fan of The Walking Dead, be sure to hit that subscribe button for more content like this. But let's get into it. So the reason I wanted to make this video is because, again, there are some little topics that came out over the last week I wanted to discuss, especially with Rick Grimes and his connection with the world beyond. We'll start off with that one because, well, we know there's a connection with the world beyond and Rick Grimes, and we'll discuss that in this video as well. But last week there was some misinformation that came out, and it was spreading around the internet about how Rick Grimes or Andrew Lincoln was listed as Rick Grimes on the IMDb page for The World Beyond episode 10, which is the finale. And that, stirred up a lot of speculation, but since then it got removed and AMC released a statement. I want to go ahead and read that before we talk more about it. So it was a quick little announcement. This comes from comicbook.com, but they said an AMC representative told Insider that an IMDb credits page listing Lincoln among the show's cast is not accurate. The listing, which has since been updated to remove Lincoln's name, had the Rick Grimes actor appearing in season 1, episode 10, In This Life. So there was a lot of speculation at first going into, when I first saw that, I made a video about it, but I kept it up on the page because I was discussing some other stuff in there as well. And in the video I was talking about how, this isn't 100% trustworthy because we've had this before on The Walking Dead. I think it was the season 10 finale where we had somebody, or we had the actor who played Dwayne. His name was listed as in the credits for that episode. Obviously, he didn't show up. So we had to take that information with a grain of salt anyway. So this isn't shocking or anything like that. But there still seems to be a huge Rick Grimes connection to this show. And I want to discuss that a little bit as well. Because I have been covering, there's been 2 post-credit scenes for The World Beyond. Both have been really great. I have videos for both of them on the channel if you want to check it out. But I want to talk a little bit more about that because there definitely is a connection, I think, to the Rick Grimes movies. Obviously there is the CRM, but I think the ending of this show will set up the movies because it's only 2 seasons long. It has a purpose, and that purpose is, I think, to set up the movies, or at least to tell us more about the CRM in preparation for the movies. But that's where the discussion part of the video comes in, because I'm interested in seeing what other people think. My best guess would be we do have a finale coming up, and the finale, they announced this recently on Talking Dead. Episode 9 and 10 are going to be airing back to back, so I think it's going to be a pretty big finale. Based on the past post-credit scene, the group, like the CRM, they know Hope and Iris and them are coming to New York. So I don't know if they're going to get there by the finale. I hope they do. But it does look like that's what they're kind of setting up, and I would be shocked if it doesn't happen this season. But anyways, my guess would probably be I don't think there's gonna be anything Rick Grimes related in the finale. I could be wrong. Honestly, I hope I'm wrong. It would be cool to see something Rick Grimes related in the finale. But I think the finale is more gonna be focused on Hope and Iris and their dad. I think the season 2 finale is when we're going to be getting a Rick Grimes hint. That would be my best guess. And I mean a direct hint, if anything. Because we've already sort of gotten some hints, throughout the show. And that's something I love, that they're really giving us a lot of good hints in this show. It's not, because I know when people hear the word CRM, they get excited because of Rick Grimes, but they are giving us some good stuff in this show. I love how they mentioned the health and welfare center that they had at the CRM base, because that looks like somewhere Rick could be. And that's, when Elizabeth mentioned that in the episode, speculation stirred about Rick possibly being there, and it could be there, In terms of the direct connection, what do you guys think it's going to be? I'm interested in hearing your thoughts and discussion on that. My guess would probably be a mention. I wouldn't be surprised if we hear you know, a mention of Rick Grimes. And I would honestly, now thinking about it while I'm talking about this, I wouldn't be surprised if we hear Elizabeth mention Rick Grimes, and you know, not even, it doesn't even have to be the season 2 finale. I think, you know, she could potentially mention him anytime. But that being said, I know AMC knows that would be really awesome for the fan base. So I think they might save that for like a big episode. It could be, you know, one of these finales or something like that. So you guys let me know what you think about that. So no, it doesn't look like Rick Grimes will be in the finale of this season, but you guys let me know, what do you think is going to what do you think the connection with The World Beyond and the Rick Grimes movies are, because it does seem like there's gonna be a connection for sure. But anyways, the next thing I want to talk about is an interview that Lenny James had, or it was like a Reddit Ask Me Anything. He was answering fan questions, and something he mentioned about Rick Grimes, and I want to talk a little bit about Fear the Walking Dead as well. But basically, let's go ahead and read exactly what Lenny James said first, and then we'll discuss other things surrounding that. But basically, I think somebody asked him about Rick Grimes and if, you know, the characters are going to meet again, Rick and Morgan. So the specific question was if Lenny James agrees that the Morgan and Rick storyline needs closure before The Walking Dead ends. And then he responded by saying, I agree with anything that means I will be back in the company of my mate Andy. So yes, if closure does it, then let's have closure. So I wanted to talk about this because we actually did see the CRM in Fear the Walking Dead as well. So it's not like, you know, the CRM was only in last season. The CRM has a connection to Fear the Walking Dead, and I don't know. I think you know, it'll serve a bigger purpose in the future. You know, I mean, it is really cool. I mean, it kind of does serve a purpose by showing us like how big the CRM is. But I think, you know, with Morgan and Rick, I think it just would be really nice to see them reunite, especially since they started the show together. And since Morgan is on Fear the Walking Dead, I don't think it will be impossible for him to go to the movies. And I don't know how the fan base would feel about that. What do you guys think? Because right now, Fear the Walking Dead is like pretty awesome. The show, season 6, has been really amazing. And losing Morgan would really suck. But at the same time, I think if he goes to the movies, or at least like, it doesn't have to be in the movies. I mean, it could be like at the very end, you know, like the third movie or whatever. I'm really interested to see how they're going to end this. And it's going to be a while until we see it, but I'm excited. But I do think, I really agree with this statement, because I do think they need closure. Morgan was the first person Rick saw. And I think, you know, they just have this connection between the two of them, you know, because even if they haven't seen each other for so long, like they hadn't, and then Morgan showed up at the end of season 5, you know, like Rick and him got that connection again, and they just talk like they're best friends, and they really, and then that season 6 finale, you know, like they have a bond, and I think it'll be really nice to see them reunite. It's nice seeing the actor be down for the situation, you know, like it's really cool seeing that Lenny James would like to see closure between his character Morgan and Rick, because you know, if AMC wants to do it, then there really shouldn't be no problem. And I can't really imagine a situation where AMC wouldn't want to do that. Now again, I know they probably want to keep Morgan on Fear the Walking Dead right now because Fear the Walking Dead is really good, but it doesn't have to be that first movie or something. It could be the second movie or the third movie, or whenever they decide to end I mean, not the show, because the show is ending in season 11, but, you know, The Walking Dead in terms of Rick's storyline. I think whenever that ends, by then, I think they should see each other. But that's where I leave it off for you guys. You guys let me know your thoughts, opinions, theories. How do you see this playing out, or how do you want to see it playing out? But as far as this video goes, I am going to wrap it up there. I quickly wanted to talk about some of these topics. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. Again, let me know your thoughts and opinions about this in the comments down below. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like rating. And for more Walking Dead videos like this, be sure to subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching, everybody. Please stay safe, and I'll see you guys soon.